Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into how to create something much more than just a playroom. We're talking about a wonder room, a space that's intentionally designed with 5 essential zones to really spark curiosity and learning. So let's jump right in and see how it all comes together.
So, here's a question I bet a lot of you have asked yourselves. You've got the toys, you've got the space, but how do you actually turn it from just a fun play area into a real learning powerhouse? That's the exact problem we're going to solve today. And the answer? It's what we call the Wonder Room. Now, this isn't just about having a bunch of toys scattered around. It's a thoughtfully planned, purposeful environment. By creating these different zones, we actually help kids focus, we encourage them to explore all on their own, and we unlock these powerful learning opportunities, all through the absolute magic of play.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to walk through the zones for art, STEM, and sensory play. Then, we'll look at how to create spaces for both big, wild imaginations and those much-needed quiet moments. And to wrap it all up, I'll give you a super simple checklist to make sure it all works.
First up, let's talk about the art and creativity zone. This is the spot where your child's imagination really gets to run free. It's all about fostering that creativity, developing those super important fine motor skills, and just letting them express whatever is on their mind. And I love this quote from our source because it just hits the nail on the head. The art zone really is the heart of the whole space. It's where all the scribbling, painting, and sculpting happens. You know, the fundamental stuff that lets kids bring their amazing inner worlds out into the open. So let's break it down. The main goals here are to spark creativity and build those fine motor skills. And the best part is, you don't need a whole art store to get started. Just think, chunky crayons that are easy for little hands to grip, washable paints for mess-free fun, and some simple Play-Doh. Honestly, these basics are all you need to unlock a universe of imagination.
Okay, so from creating art, we're now moving on to creating structures. Welcome to the STEM and building zone. This is where that creative energy gets channeled into solving problems. It's how we lay the groundwork for future engineers and scientists, all through the simple joy of building stuff. Now, what's really amazing about this is how simple things like blocks can introduce really complex ideas. Like the source says, this zone literally takes children into the world of problem solving. Every single tower they build and try to balance is a mini lesson in gravity, stability, and cause and effect. It's pretty cool. So the focus here is all about logic and those early STEM skills. And you know what's great? The materials are so simple. Yeah, of course, wooden blocks and magnet tiles are classics for a reason, but the real magic can happen with what's called loose parts. We're talking everyday things like pine cones, bottle lids, or even pebbles. These are absolutely fantastic for teaching sorting, counting, and totally creative building.
Our third stop is the sensory exploration zone. Now, this space is fascinating because it has this unique dual purpose. On one hand, it's amazing for engaging a child's senses and building their awareness. But on the other hand, it's an incredibly powerful tool for helping them self-regulate and just find a moment of calm. This quote captures that power perfectly. Think about it. The simple act of a kid running their hands through sand, or scooping rice, or feeling different textures, it can be so grounding. It can soothe them when they're feeling a bit overwhelmed, or engage them when they just need to focus.
And setting this up is so easy. All you really need is a big tray to keep things contained and some basic materials. Sand, rice, water, even leaves from your own backyard work beautifully. Throw in some scoops and cups, and boom, you've created a powerful station for improving fine motor skills and supporting emotional health.
All right, now we're on to our final 2 zones, and they work together just beautifully. You have the imagination zone for that active social play, and the calm zone for quiet, focused time. And let me tell you, both are absolutely crucial for well-rounded development. This slide just lays out the difference perfectly. On one side, you've got the role play zone. This is all about being active and social, pretending to cook or play doctor. It's where kids build their language skills and learn how to work together. Then on the other side, you've got the reading corner, which is all about being quiet and cozy. It's where they learn to focus and find a peaceful escape inside a good story.
And the stuff you need for these zones, super straightforward. For role play, a simple kitchen set, a few dress-up items, or some puppets can kickstart endless scenarios. And for that reading corner, really, all you need are some great picture books, a few comfy cushions, and a low bookshelf so they can pick out their own adventures.
So, we've designed our 5 amazing zones, but how do we keep that magic going?
Well, that brings us to our final section, a really simple checklist with 4 golden rules to make sure your Wonder Room stays a dynamic, thriving space.
Okay, here they are, the 4 golden rules. First, keep it flexible. Don't worry if the art supplies end up in the building zone. That's not a mess, that's kids making creative connections. Second, try to rotate the toys and materials every month or so to keep things fresh and exciting. Third, bring nature inside whenever you can. And finally, and this one is so important, make everything accessible. Low shelves give children the independence and power to choose their own journey of discovery.
And let's end with this final thought, because it's key. A Wonder Room isn't some static project that you set up once and you're done. It's a living, breathing space that should grow and change right along with your child. By keeping it fresh and updating it regularly, you're making sure that their curiosity will always have a place to call home.